Welcome to my second video. This is to carry on after the first video, so make sure you do your warm-up and posture first before you come on to this video. As before, I'm recording these videos for the people who come to my classes, but the classes have been cancelled due to the virus, and so this is just to help them at home, to give them something to work on at home. In this little segment, I aim to do two exercises on your side. You can use ankle weights for those if you want to, and then hopefully we'll get on to setting up the posture on the mat and probably double leg stretch as well if we can. So we'll start off, put your leg weights on if you want to use them. We're on our side. You can use a mat and a little pillow to keep alignment with the neck. I'll try this larger one, but try and find one that fits you well. Maybe some books just to get that nice alignment with the neck. So we're on our side, feet together, knees bent, top hip forward over the bottom hip, and just extend the top leg. Flex the foot and we'll aim for about 20 little pulses in that position. Try and keep the shoulders down, navel in and up and back to the backbone. So this is working the outside of the thigh. It's a strengthening exercise for the outside of the thigh. When you've done about 20 of those, the next position is to take the leg up in front of you. Now this is a much harder position. The further the leg is towards your head, the more intense it is down the outside of your thigh. So pick the place that works for you. And again, we're aiming for about 20 repeats on that one. And then when we've done about 20 of those, we'll extend that top leg and just circle the ankle round. Aim for 10 circles one way and then 10 circles the other way. And we go the other way round. And if we bring your knees in, and we'll just swap over and do the second side. So use a pillow if you want to. Keep the top hip forward over the bottom hip and just extend the top leg, flex the foot, press the heel away from you and up to 20 little pulses in that position. So while you're doing it, think of your pelvic floor muscles drawn up. Think of your navel in and up and diagonally back to the backbone. Think of the waist drawing away from the mat and of course keeping the shoulders down and breathing into the ribs. When you've done about 20 with your leg down to the bottom, now you can stay in that position if you want to, or if you want to try a harder position, you take the leg up in front and aim for about 20 little pulses in that position. Of course, navel in and up and diagonally back to the backbone all the time. When you've done about 20 of those, the next one is just to extend your top leg and circle the ankle round. And we're aiming for 10 circles one way and 10 the other. And then if you'd like to finish that one off, we'll come round onto your back and we'll just set the body up ready to do a core strength exercise. So you want feet flat a little gap between your feet, a little gap between your knees, and then lengthening from the crown of the head, shoulders down, breathing into the ribs, expand the ribs sideways and downwards into the mat. Waist drawing in, there should be a little gap under your back for your neutral spine. Think of your navel in and up and diagonally back to the backbone, pelvic floor muscles drawn up, and then hips, knees and feet in alignment. And you want to keep those positions all the time. We'll do double leg stretch. We start off with just the arms, so we're working the shoulders, and what we want to work on is keeping the ribs down. So as you lift the arms up, there's a natural tendency for the ribs to pop up as well. So try and keep those ribs down. Got your feet flat, a little gap between your feet, a little gap between your knees, shoulders down. And as you lift the arms up, keep those ribs down. Don't take the arms too far, just take them to where they'll go. Circle them round. Hopefully you've got a bit more room than me. And down. So breathing in as you lift up and over, and breathing out as you circle round and down. We're aiming for 5 circles one way, and then we'll reverse the direction of the circle and 5 circles the other way. So really, it's a matter of using it's a shoulder exercise, really, at that point. We'll introduce a little bit of core work now by just lifting one leg up, and you're aiming for tabletop position. Tabletop position is with your thigh straight like the table leg, and your shin flat like the table top, with your knee at right angles. And don't let your foot drop down while you're working. Try and keep that position up all the time. So we breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, float one leg up to tabletop position, and then we'll just do 3 circles each way this time. So breathing in as you lift up and over, and breathing out as you circle round and down. 3 circles one way, and then 3 the other. And when you've done that, we'll repeat that on the second side. So again, you breathe out as you lower that leg. You breathe in to prepare. Breathe out as you lift the second leg up. And we'll do the whole lot on the second side. So 3 circles each way. And don't forget, you can stretch out anytime you want to with a full body stretch. And then if you're ready to, and if you want to, we'll go on to the next level, or you can just repeat the same level that we've just done. So now we've got both legs up, so it's a little harder. You breathe in to prepare, breathe out, lift one leg up, breathe in, breathe out, lift the second leg up. And now we'll go back to the 5 circles each way. So breathing in as you lift, breathing out as you circle round and down. 5 circles each way. Again, try and keep that position with the knee. Try not to let the foot drop down at all. Keep a little gap between your knees, a little gap between your feet. And of course, as always, navel in and up and diagonally back to the backbone, and the pelvic floor muscles lifted. I'm sure you'd never forget that. Don't forget, stop and stretch anytime you want to. And then if we'd like to finish that one off, now you can stay doing those 3 levels if you want to. We've got 2 more levels. You can make them easier by keeping one foot on the mat all the time. And in fact, if you've got any bad back problems, you've got a aching lower back, then it's a good idea to keep one foot on the mat all the time, and for all the exercises really. So the next level, there's no circle. The arms go straight back. But if you want to make it easier, you can keep one foot on the mat. We're aiming for head and shoulders off the mat, or you can use a little pillow or leave your head down if you want to. So that's the easier option, just one leg at a time. Or you can have both legs up. So breathing in to prepare, breathe out as you extend, and breathe in as you come back in again. You can either have 45 degrees, or a little bit easier maybe, 90 degrees. You're aiming for your arms to be fairly close to your ears. We're aiming for 10 repeats. Try not to have your arms too far out to the side. Try and keep them fairly close into the side of your head. Don't forget, stop and stretch anytime you want to. And then we go on to the last level, which brings us the arm circles back in again. And this time, you've got legs as well. So the legs are the same as the last level. You can either keep one foot on the mat and do one leg at a time, or you can do both legs. So either have 45 degrees or 90 degrees, but this time the circle comes back. So you breathe in as the arms and legs go away from you, and you breathe out as you circle round and down. So breathing in and breathing out. Aiming for 10 repeats of that one. And by way of a little rest, we'll finish that one off, have a little stretch out. You've got your feet flat, a little gap between your feet, little gap between your knees, shoulders down, lengthening from the crown of the head, breathing into the ribs, keep the width across your shoulders, keep the width across your back. There should be a little gap under your back for your neutral spine. Pelvic floor muscles drawn up, navel in and up and diagonally back to the backbone, and hips, knees and feet in alignment. And then we'll finish that one off, and we'll just very quickly do just a little stretch out. So again, you've got your feet flat, knees bent, opposite arm and leg, breathing out as you extend and breathing in as you come back in again. Same on the second side, breathing out and breathing in as you come back in. So just enjoy a nice stretch through the body, nice stretch of the hip flexors. And we'll finish that one off. And then hopefully do another segment that you can carry on with after this one. So thank you for watching. Hope it's helped a little bit.